Hello, good evening, everybody. How are you doing this fine evening? I'm doing fine. Kids are in bed, so it's always nice. They are sleeping, and they are doing well. Last weekend, we had a boys' weekend, so that was very nice. It was very pleasant as well to do. The boys' weekend is without the kids, just my two brothers and myself. So it was a very nice experience. It was very relaxed, and we did some garden keeping. Sometimes it needs to be done as well, right? And I thought it would be fun to share. So the main thing where Sasha is already eager for to see, I hope I can deliver. I did a lot of research, so it's based on the experience I have from a lot of people from the internet, so YouTube, but also some articles. I read a lot of things, and finally give my own spin to it. What I think should be in the perfect homepage for a sales page. So it could also be a landing page, for instance. You will be selling a course or something like a ebook. Then you have a landing page. You want people to grab the ebook so you can collect their email. And I'm just learning about this, by the way. Let me do this real quick. And when you collect their email, you can reach out to them and ask all kinds of things, like keeping them up to date with all the things you're doing, or showing that there's a new video out there that they need to see. That's what a landing page or a sales page a little bit is about. And I also saw that there are some differences between a homepage and a landing page. A homepage usually is for making people navigate from one section to another section. So they get some kind of overview of what's on your page. Like you open a magazine, you have a index page, and there you have a nice overview of everything that's in there. And there's a lot of imagery, and there's a lot of sections that explain what's coming up next. And that's essentially also the case for most homepages. But if you want people to take action and to have a more sales-driven page, so they go into a funnel, that's also a possibility. And that's what we are going to look into today, because I was very curious. How do you set up such a homepage? And I can show you my notes and all kinds of things. So here we are. Let's open up my camera. So this is in Figma. This is a tool I love to use. And here's an overview of all the YouTube videos that I've watched that gave some information on what a sales homepage should contain. So basically, it exists out of three things, right? It exists out of a basic structure that you need for your website. It exists of a nice looking design. It contains images. It contains the typography, but also some design accents that really caters to the people that are visiting your website. And thirdly, it's copywriting. Now, I really suck at the last one. So I'm looking to get a ChatGPT up and running, a chatbot, to help me creating the perfect kind of things, copywriting things for a homepage. It was very fun to learn about it, at least. So I've put those also in the description down below. So after the live stream, you can still look into some information if you want to look into yourself. I've also added some articles, and those articles are specifically about the frameworks you can use, like the ADA framework or the PAS framework, which is a very old, trusted, and used one. So if you would like to see more information, you can find it down there. Based on this information, I've created some notes, and I think the essentials are in there. So this is what I wrote down. It was research for YouTube, and as I stated earlier, there are three things that are important. You have a structure, you have a design, and you have copywriting that is interesting for the people that are visiting your homepage that they would like to see. Next up, you have the navigation. In the navigation, the most common practices to have a great homepage without a lot of distractions. You need a recognizable logo, you need a navigation where you have some kind of service pricing, sometimes I can't write, about an FAQ. The most people suggest to have between 3 and 5 menu items. If you do more than that, people can get overly overwhelmed with all the choices they have, where they could to go next. So if you add, for instance, your shop in there as well, and then another thing like careers, and then another thing, it will get too much at a given point, like contact. So most people say 3 to 5 pages is enough, and then have 1 or 2 maybe drop downs. So if you have too many, it will distract for people for navigating to the place they want to be. Next, there could be a call to action in there as well. If you want people to immediately do something, for instance, you're promoting your ebook, then a call to action in the top of the navigation is something you should consider. It's raining, by the way, very hard here. I don't know if you hear it as well through my mic. If so, let me know. Then I can hopefully pull my mic even closer. So the next section that I liked very much was that you should, and was from, what's his name? I don't know. It's one of the videos at least. I should put the names in there as well from where I get this. Everybody's talking about that you should, instead of saying we are so good at this kind of things, you can't hear it. That's good to know. Thank you. Here. One thing that people see doing and what you shouldn't do is write. Right, let's first try to say the things that you should do. You should address everything that your audience, the people visiting your website, needs to know or wants to see. So it's not about you, it's about the people visiting, so the client. For instance, if you offer some kind of, I don't know, a random thing. If you offer some templates, you can say, I offer some great templates. And as you can read here, it's not about them, it's about you. You are offering something. But if you say, make your life easier, with creating websites, something like this, you make it about them. You make their lives easier. Make your life easier with creating websites. So this is about them and how you transform something for them. You make things easier for when they are creating a website. So that's about the copywriting throughout the website. You should always keep in mind that they have a certain goal and certain questions. So put your client first. The client is the hero of your homepage. The call to action, people say that you need to put it in at 3 or 4 different places. For instance, in the navigation bar, in your hero section, and 2 or 3 other places down the homepage. This will add an action they need to do. For example, book me to get ready for the next step. And again, make it about them, right? And be very clear and concise on what they could expect and what they need to do next. Up next is the hero section. So what what we do and why. So you need to give them the value. Why should they work with you? Why should they go with you? So you have a value proposition, some kind of result that will be there, or a transformation you could offer. And if you can, try to hit on the emotion, on the feelings they have at a certain time. The reason being that they feel more connected when there's a emotion added to it. For instance, I feel very frustrated that for GreenShift there's no templates available, which makes makes creating websites a lot harder, and it takes a lot of time before they are ready. I can't just do a quick kind of thing. Now, GreenShift does offer some templates, but it's not the default standard templates. Maybe I should make it sometime or something. And always think about the reader's perspective. And there were some examples given by people as well. For example, land your dream job, or create a stronger bond with your best friend. Get more customers. Who doesn't want that? So that's for the hero section, for the headline. So that's the headline. Let me add that as well. Headline. And then you have a subtitle or a subline or the paragraph, sublime. Paragraph. And that should trigger some kind of conversion. So land your dream job with resume consulting services, or get a stronger bond with your best friend with dog training classes. And this way you can people can understand what kind of value you will be adding and what kind of transformation they will be going to. Then up next is the call to action. What you do, why it matters, and what do they need to do to get it. So what do you offer? For example, for the templates, we offer a easier way to get a website done, or get a faster website done. So what do they get? They get site templates, easy to use site templates. And to make it complete, why it matters, get easy to use website templates. I think that's a very good call to action in this kind of things. You should also give some results they can expect, and if possible, try to add a happy customer photo in the hero section. They will then see the transformer state. Where will we go to? Now, I don't think it works every time, depending on what kind of things you offer, but that's just something to keep in mind. Look at the design. And these are for later. And this was an example as well. Make everyday staycation with stunning yard. Photo of happy people. That this will trigger a emotion. And this one can be removed. Now, the hero section itself should not take up 100% of your website. Some websites do that. They have 100% of the viewport taken over by the hero section. And why is that bad practice? People don't know that there is more. They think that everything is in there. So when you're creating a website, you should show that there's still more to go. What I like to do usually in GreenShift is set something like a 75 VH, and the hero section should be contained in there. So there's always a little bit of preview on the bottom of the website. Could also be the 80 VH. VH stands for viewer height. So that it will be 80% of your viewport instead of the full viewport. Next, what some people suggest, but not everybody, is to have a problem solution section. And this is using a BAS framework. Let's see, framework, where you give them where you make sure that you understand their frustration. You put in, you understand the frustration, the problem they have right now. You talk about the main pain point they have. You try to agitate, so you give some examples on the state that they're currently in. And introduce a solution. For instance, creating websites take a lot of time. You have to drag every block in every time and try to remake everything. Luckily, we have some kind of templates for you available that you can easily copy and paste in your website without even thinking about design. So this is an example of the BAS framework: problem, agitate, and introduce. Our solution. An extra bonus is that you add some kind of video with a personal touch, perhaps something like about us, or the video frequently asked questions, or how the process works that they will be expecting when using your services or working together with you to collaborate, and the current clients of yours talking to the future clients of yours. You can also add in some who you are so they can understand you a little bit more. Up next is a 3-column layout. Usually you see some kind of services or benefits you offer for them, and each benefit have some kind of feature that makes up for the benefits the customer can expect from you. So what feature makes the benefit possible? What do you bring that the competition doesn't? If this isn't the case, you shouldn't be adding that as well. And you have features that bring the real benefit. Next, after the 3-column layout with some kind of service, you will be adding your main content. So it will be a right-left content. It will be a very big text. If you have some more in there. Now, up next is the testimonials. The testimonials will add credibility, trustworthiness, logos that are easily recognized also very well. This will make people understand how trustworthy you are and how good you are, not only saying it in your own words, but saying in their words. And a very good tip is to write the testimonial yourself. And ask for approval. Why should you do this? When doing this, you can write or give a framework that they can write with, so you can steer a little bit what kind of transformation you would like to have on your website, that people know and understand what you're offering and what the client gets out of it. Sometimes they are like, he did a good job creating a website, but that's not something that's very general. What did you specifically add? So, for instance, it was very transparent and approachable to do this kind of thing. Working together with this, he doesn't only add a website, he also thought about copywriting and helping our business as well. I just gave an example. If you write the testimonial yourself, it will help them understand what they should talk about and what could help other customers as well. A bonus would be to have a video of the client. Because now you're not just have text on there, which adds credibility and can be a general text. Now they also see the person that was a client of yours, and it adds extra credibility that they know, all right, this is a real good person to work with. Next up is the features. You can write out everything you have, every kind of, for instance, you have the templates. We're creating templates every week. It will be responsive. It will have some copywriting text. It will have custom ChatGPT prompts available for you that you can easily add in text. It will be responsive. I don't know if I said it as well. It was designed for a very creative way. Animations has been added. Those kind of things could be added to the templates. Then there's an FAQ. The FAQ helps clearing any doubts or questions people could have. For instance, is the templates available for Gutenberg? You can add that question. ChatGPT also can help with any doubts or questions people could have with using your service. So, or even Bing could help. I think Bing Copilot is a very good tool as well, actually. And can help clear up any doubts that people should go for you. And after the FAQ, you should have some kind of call to action that people need to do something. So it could be a lead magnet, but it could also be something like book a call with me now, so that people know and understand that they can work with you and what the next step is. Now, what works well for call to actions, like download this ebook. It will help you build a email list. The downside is if the ebook isn't read or isn't needed anymore, you just made it, right? So can be useful. So one tip that has been given is to add book a call. And what this helps to do, book a call with me. And why would you do this kind of call to action instead of they will reach out to me? The person reading this is thinking, all right, they will reach out to me. They have a date to look forward towards. So it creates anticipation, and they know that at a set time that they have set, so they say, I want to make a call with you at this time. It then helps them to know what to expect and when to expect a call from you. So this is a very good practice. So it's a lot of things, and this is all written down. I will, at a given point, make it more beautiful, make it ready for a blog post on my website. If you don't know my website yet, it's Review. And in there, the next time I will be adding this one. I will be adding the homepage kind of thing. So for now, are there any questions about the structure, about how this is set up, how the information should flow? Now know that we're just at a given point. I also created a structure, so we'll be looking into that shortly. I just wanted to understand if everything is clear from at least this kind of thing, and if there are any questions for now. So Sasha, if you have any questions, or anybody else, I see that there are 3 people watching, so try to respond if you have some time and dare to say anything, because I am still learning this, so I think we can grow together if needed, right? At a given point, I will also use this information, by the way, for my homepage or for a page that I'm creating for a client. So and let me know if you have some other inputs or some other ideas. It was, by the way, very fun to use Figma for documentation. I'm also planning to do a video at a given time that you can do anything in Figma. You don't need any other program to do anything. You can create nice documents like a Word document. You can create some kind of Kanban board. I saw someone do that. You can create nice looking timelines, so that's also awesome. I'm going to, by the way, take a sip. Well, I don't see any questions in here, so I guess it's fine. We can continue on the next section, and here is the breakdown. So I have put the text that we have in there, I've added everything in here. Let's see. I see that there's still a gap. There shouldn't be a gap. And I've used a layout framework. It's from Brixies. It's actually from Bricks, and I really like it, actually. This kind of thing. I was just wondering, how do they create these kinds of things? Looks a little bit like Reloom as well. So, yeah, I think maybe in the future I will create something like this as well. It really helps. And this is their Figma file, from their Figma file. So here we have a navigation with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 navigation items. We have a call to action by now. It would be nice to not have different kind of call to action. So let me change that up real quick. There we go. In here is the hero section. In the hero section, as we stated over here, we would like to have some kind of value proposition, result, or transformation headline. Let's just go with the template example. Make websites. Save time. That would be even better, right? Save time making websites with easy to use templates, something like that. And then you have a sub line or a paragraph for conversion. Where you add some kind of emotion, you should have a room for a picture. To add another kind of credibility, you can add in the reviews you have and some kind of star rating and some kind of preview with the persons you've actually worked with. It will add to the credibility in here as well. Now, one thing to notice is that I think it gets very busy quite quick when you add a lot of things in there. So you need to keep in mind to keep it also simple. So if it's too busy, you need to just remove some of those sections as well. So after the hero section, where you add your credibility, you have made the people convinced that they need to book a call with you, or at least they are interested to looking further in your website. You could optionally add a credibility section with all the customers you've worked with, and it would be very nice if you have some customers people are very familiar with. For instance, if you work with I don't know, Nike, or here and then, or a big, if you are using templates, Kevin Geary, of course, if he uses your templates, it would be very nice to have it in there as well. Or Brendan O'Connell, if he has. Funny story, by the way. He reached out to me because he was interested into understanding Green Shift. Instead of Brandon, I called him Brian, and he says, yeah, that's not my name, which I could understand. And I was almost thinking about creating a subdomain for him where we can test out GreenShift and calling it not Brian.taggies.review. It's a kind of humor I have, but I didn't do it. I think I'm a little bit saddened by it, but it's what it is, right? It's okay. He actually is called Brandon, and there's another guy called Brian in the WordPress space as well. So, but let's continue. Next up, you have a section where you can write out your marketing model. For instance, your PAS, your problem, agitate, and solution kind of thing. So this, by the way, would be not more than 80 VH, the hero section, and then this would be a little bit visible as well. Next will be the problem solution section, or any other kind of marketing framework. Now, the person saying that you need to implement some kind of PAS system or marketing model, he put it in this kind of section where you have one paragraph. And I don't think this is the best way to showing a problem, agitation, and solution for it. The reason why, it's a lot of text, and if you ask me, people don't read a lot of text. They want to scan and they want to be known with the service you offer quite quickly. So you need to consider making these a little bit smaller or a different kind of thing. So I need to figure out how I can input it in my own design, but this is something to consider. So next are the services that we offer. Service 1, 2, or 3, and what is the benefit of the service? What is the kind of transformation people have when using this kind of service? So they can relate to the service that you offer. Next thing what I see is adding another kind of credibility. We have helped over, and this was by also someone from the videos. I don't know all the names. I should probably write it down next time. For instance, we've helped this number of clients achieve a certain kind of result and have some kind of quote in there, and statistics always works well for people that love these statistics as well. And then you have some powerful quote in there that you could highlight. Now this must be an amazing testimonial that reflects with the emotion that people have and show the transformation they have been going through, what was before and what happened afterwards. So if you can help them write out a good testimonial, that will always help. So after they are convinced because they have seen your services, they know it's value, it adds value to them, you can say to them, all right, what happens next? What are the next steps that will be taken? For instance, you have 3 steps, and then you can show them the 3 steps that will be up next. And here you can show your other features and service you offer. For instance, what I said before, like the Gutenberg. It works on Gutenberg. It's responsive and it's very easy copy pastable. That will be 3 benefits they will have for your features. Then a FAQ section to clear up all doubts they could have. And here you have your main call to action that you can help people decide if it's valuable to work with you. And of course the footer, so they can contact you if they need it. So a lot of information, but that's it. That's the incredible, amazing sales homepage that I will be recreating in it further down the line, maybe next live stream. I will be fleshing out everything, trying to create a design for my website that I can show you. So let's see how that will work out. Are there any questions you still have? If not, that's fine as well. I liked doing the research, by the way, for this. Let's see if I can find the names, by the way. The person's using. Oh yeah, and one is Anne Hickman, and the other one was Wes McDonald, if I remember correctly. Yeah, and of course Flux Academy. Wes McDowell, yes. So those were the 3. Anna Hickman, Wes McDowell, and Flux Academy. That were the main YouTube creators that I have used for this research. So now you understand what should be in there, the perfect sales homepage, and what kind of copy you should have, what kind of copywriting, and the design is something that should be similar to your brand at all times, right? Let's see. So now that we understand the homepage, and if there are no further questions, we can dive into some GreenShift stuff as well. Let's see. because Igor has announced the next major update. I don't need to zoom in, I guess, maybe a little. This time it focuses on features. This can be useful for marketplace sites and e-commerce, and some important things. Examples in library on how to use repeater builder to build custom taxonomy archives. That's nice. Some examples: a marketplace grid, feature cross repeaters. Wow. Noka show, for example. I'm very curious what this is actually. I've never used this kind of thing for WooCommerce. I have used WooCommerce once for an affiliate marketing website, but I found that it adds so much things that are not needed. I removed it and created different kinds of pages just to use it. A remote demo is available. Now let's see if we can open it up. Actions. Use template. Let's open up GreenShift and let's see the new amazing things that Igor has added. Oh, this is also something I would like to do. I'd like to grab those kind of things and put them in Figma. That there's already a starter template available when using Figma with all the defaults that there are, like the width, the content width, and the brand colors. And there's also a Figma extension for GreenShift, right? No, I'm not talking about the one that you can import everything, but create a stylebook. Again, create stylebook. And here we have a stylebook with the headings, the colors used, and here's a Google font that you can download in there as well. That's nice. And then you connect your website with GreenShift and then send the stylebook to synchronize from your Figma file to your other website. Oh, I can just copy and paste this because that is the one. And then we can set variables for this one. All right, that's a to-do for next week, I guess. So let's have a look. I guess I need to install something for it to work. On pages, I made a different kind of thing. I've added crawl framework to default setup because I think it will help out tremendously. So I will be using core framework and trying out to do a proper class first system in my next Let's Build Together kind of thing. I don't need this. So when you want to use core framework, let's first start off. What is core framework? Core framework is a way that you can set some other kind of colors, but also the dark mode section. It will create some kind of shades you can use. So for colors, it's very easy to use this to create all kinds of color variables. Now you can also use GreenShift for it. If you would like to, you have the stylebook, right? And when you create a stylebook, you will see some kind of overview of everything available. But this is also very easy to use. So I need to take time to understand how this works, and then I can show you as well. So that will be coming up. So you have to wait, be on the lookout for a nice little tutorial. And this is the default settings, by the way. Divider, avatar. So there are also already components available, some layouts, some design kind of things. A very, very nice quick start, actually. But yeah, let's first see why we can add green shift. Get started. Theme settings. And this looks okay. Header. Extra templates. Product what requires WooCommerce add-on. Now you need to install those. Well, I don't know if there is a preview available right from here. We have a WooCommerce demo shop, but he mentioned some kind of other one available, right? Remart demo. I don't see any comment on this. Comments. All comments for you more. There's no example available. Let's see if we can find it in the demos, right? I'm very curious. Library. Template parts. I know that Rehab theme has it. So I would assume that that is the one. Rehab, Remart. That we at least have some kind of indication how we will look. Demo, Remart section. So this one has been recreated in Gutenberg using the greenshift add-ons and things. Looks nice. Categories, the blog. These looks like more like coupon codes. FAQ section. And promises. Very nice design. Also today I looked at Kevin Geary's what's it called, live stream, and he tried to recreate this one using his frames and ACSS framework, and I was very curious if we could do the same. Now I don't have any proper styling or something set up, so we can easily change this and have the proper styling in there. Using class first, so that will be something we could do next time, I guess. Let's see, will we adding a row and give the row a semantic tag of section? It looks like there's just one row. It feels like it's wide, and greenshift theme is boxed into. And we add a heading. And the heading is like this one. No, it's the wrong heading. No, I don't want that. Fine. Now, what I like about the greenshift heading compared to the normal heading, plus heading, is the amount of options available right here instead of going to the right panel. Pretty quick. Menu app options are far more here and very easy to use. For instance, if you would like to change the color of your text, you can just select it and boop, there's a different color. And if you want to have different color, no, not possible. That would be nice. And you have also the other kinds, the elements it is. So you can also add elements, and if you add a element, you can make it any tag you would like to have. So it's an HTML element tag. If you don't know what HTML is, HTML elements, these are all HTML elements. So it's the between the arrows, I don't know what's called, and then you brackets. and then you have H1. So this part is HTML, and there's where your content goes. Very recommended that you have some kind of basic understanding on how HTML works when using any tool of WordPress, of web creation, because it will help you significantly understand the basics of the web. Now there's a difference between the elements H2 tags and the greenshift H2 tags, so the advanced heading. The big difference between those two is that the elements doesn't have extra padding on the top and bottom, so it doesn't use the headings for those. Oh, I want to put up some music. Oh, that's nice. I was just thinking that I need to set some kind of changes in here. So we support 4 framework utility classes. I want my default units to be rem, and then let's save and show only element blocks. I wonder what this does. So let's sit down, right? Also, I think my screen is a little tiny. H2 heading. In the suggestion, you can switch between what kind of things there will be shown. That's a very nice setting. So you can pick to only show elements, to show both of them, or show the regular blocks. It's a very nice add-on. Close local style option in element block by default. Disable core anchor. Oh, I don't want any default padding. Pretty should this be a setting to remove all the paddings and stuff. So let's add this text in here, right? We were busy with doing that one before I got distracted by too many things. Now I don't see the quick set option to align it center, so I wonder. Local styles, we can add a style here of center. By default, I like using global classes. It would be nice if this one is the most top one. Then custom attributes, because I don't think the other ones will be used actually. So center and in center would be also nice if it's directly opened. We can change the typography, and we would like to have it aligned in the center. And we want to change the font size. If you didn't know, by the way, you can click on the settings icon here. And there you have some presets available for you. And this one is already a fluid font, so it will change sizes depending on the view width, which is nice. Let's see. I think this could be smaller. They have it on 2 lines. Powered course. I think this is a size kind of thing. So could set on row, you would like to have this kind of color. Let's put them side by side for now. Column primary should be the other way around. Background primary. And we add this can also be different even. Feature what should we call this? Let's call it just feature. Feature test section. And add it as a global. And the feature section as a background color. This is also nice. You can click the color dropper and then select the color you would like to use. It's a very awesome thing to be available. Then next, we would like to add something afterwards. Press Ctrl-Alt-Y, then type in paragraph. And there we have our paragraph. Goodbye. And this. Then we can add the global of center. Now, why is this now suddenly right aligned? So there we have it. It's center. Oh, but it uses the fluent, which isn't a good one. So we need to change this to have the default settings. And then we can add, for example, .h2. So we add h2 as a global class. Save. And then we change the font size again, because it only needs to change when we want the h2. So now we change the h2, but we want to be a little bit larger, like for instance huge. And this one looks fine as is, right? Yep. Then we add afterwards. Now I see that there are two columns. You can use some kind of CSS, but let's use column, a row again. I think a container would work well here as well. A div container, and in there block. I want to add blocks. Is it possible to add a container in a container? Should be right. Okay. And then Ctrl-Shift-D to duplicate again. And the parent container should have a flex from left to right. And then in the first one, we want to add a list. All right, disables everything. Or this icon list. And then let's duplicate. The icon list is then duplicated. Delete. Alt-Shift-C, delete again. Let's add a check mark. Check. It's already blue, so that's nice. And then we can add like this in there. And if we want to add another item, you press the add new, or you can just hit duplicate. Damn it. So let's use the icon again to check mark, and we can hit duplicate. And we can add another one with classes. Icon list. It's funny that you have a way to add something to the icon list, but you can not class the icon list items. List columns? Oh, you do have list columns. Interesting. I don't think that I need this. Global list options. So I'm missing to be able to add a class to list, because I think this is for the icon list itself. Item, list item. We can do it in a certain kind of way. I think. Let's add feature list. Add. Then can we make it bold? There we go. Can we also make it a little bit thinner? Does work, so it's fine. Exclusive must. Let's add that in as well. I don't see my cursor anywhere blinking. Think something went wrong. Refresh this one. Now my classes are gone. Oh no. Oh, there they are again. Well, that's weird. Let's change the width of this element. With 80. We can set it as a global class. And we want this to be 80 characters. So size, width, the max width should be h. So it doesn't become larger than this, but it can be smaller. I think I added it to the wrong one, but it's fine. You can hit save. Now if we add it in here, now it's in the right kind of thing. Now it also needs this to be with 81 as well. I think something went wrong here. I can't change my icons anymore. Alright, this is weird. But no matter. And just as well add them again, right? Duplicate. Rip lessons. And duplicate again. Master classes. The M's. I think a little bit of spacing gap in there would be just fine. I want to always have them aligned top column. Yes. 3. Maybe a little bit more. Nice. Automated clicks. Nope, it doesn't work anymore. So this one's broken. What happened there? Duplicate. Office hours. Personal. And live Q&As. Now the next section is something that I saw Kevin Geary struggle with a little bit. Because it has a nice cover, and then here it has a curved edge. And just like me, I'm wondering, I was thinking that we could do this in 2 separate sections. Have here a section and a section below, but then how do you do this? And he solved it using a, what's it called? A pseudo element. I wonder how they solved it. Or is it just so fixed in design? Doesn't matter. Position relative. So they did margin top fix. something Kevin said he doesn't want to do, which I could understand. Then you're overlapping things and could all be wrong. But they have added it in a very nice way. So let's grab that image real quick. Afterwards, on image. And let's upload an image that we just saved as files. Using everything that I've downloaded for the homepage kind of thing, by the way. And let's select. There we have. It would be nice that everything is in one section, right? And I also think this should be centered. Ooh, yeah, that looks a lot nicer. We can change the column, feature section to have a border. Now it has a radius border. And I like the solution actually they have. Let's add a row afterwards. Add after. Add row in there. So the reason why I like their solution is because you have a modular approach, right? If you just want to use, if you just want to use the feature section with the options in here, you can use them separately as well. But let's see, not H2, column feature section, and then have. The only problem is that the padding is set in the class. So you would have different kind of classes, I guess. Let's make it 20. And let's move this one up. Margin -10. And this is what I dislike about the solution. As you can see, you need to play with C-index now. Which isn't the problem, but... let's see, position. C-index 2. 3. Relative. Oh, the image tag alone. So instead of just doing the image tag, let's do the whole section. Reset. Let's reset spacing. Reset position. And then position this one. Index 2 and then -15, something like that. I like that this is a little bit bigger, but perhaps this is a little bit too big. Also what I saw Kevin do. So let's add a different kind of width for the inner section. And this needs to be a section, by the way. At custom. What the hell is this? Alright, let's keep it as this. And let's add W80. There we go. And let's hit save. Let's view it. And nothing is there. Why? Do we need to save the class in here? Save. That one is saved. Center needs to be saved. Oh. Center. Save. That one's good as well. Feature section, save. Copy and paste that. Nice. Publish. There we go. There we have the feature section. And this is how it looks on the Circles website. Ours can get a little bit bigger, but also much smaller if needed. Do you see this happening? What's happening there? They should scale all, not just one. But okay. It's okay, it's what it is. I think it looks nice. I can make this available if you would like to. If you would like to see that, leave a comment down below so I know that I can share this template with you. And of course, totally free, because I just made it in live stream, so it's fine. Well, I hope that you also like this live stream, because it's the end. Thank you all for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Keep designing. Now I have to awkwardly press